Hi friends, there was a yard sale down the block for me this weekend and I was really curious about the house and I really wanted to check it out, and so I picked up just a few things. I spent $21, which was probably excessive actually, but it was fine. And I thought I'd just show you what I picked up because it's like everyday reseller bread and butter stuff that is not very glamorous, but I think it's fun to see what other people do. So here's what I did. First, I picked up this Littlest Pet Shop board game. It's vintage, I'll say that. I found the date before, but I don't see it now. Anyway, it's vintage, and this Milton Bradley logo looks old to me. Like vintage, like 20 years old, not ancient. I also picked up this Powerpuff Girls game. There's Ivo, which is also somewhat vintage and Milton Bradley. And it's, 20 years or less, probably. These plates, which struck my eye because they are obviously mid-century modern atomic pattern, though not the classic atomic pattern. Same colors, same idea. And I looked up the maker is Canonsburg Pottery, which I hadn't heard of, but this definitely looks like a 60s kind of mark with a oven-proof, detergent-proof. It doesn't say anything about dishwashers. Temporama sounds like a really 60s name, so took a chance on a stack of 4 of these for $5. Unfortunately, one of them actually has a crack, which I didn't notice, and let that be a lesson to you. So I'll probably sell the set of 3, which are comping for the same price as the set of 4. Yeah, this looks like it might go at any minute now. But the other ones are fine. I got this book for $1, chiefly because it was really pretty. So it has this really nice gilt binding, and it's in really good shape. And also I opened it and I really like the title page. It's very arts and crafts, Kelmscott Chaucer looking in this typography. The rest of it's not that exciting. I mean, unless you are a fan of Elizabeth Barrett Browning, because it's kind of crammed in there like a Bible or something, but it's her complete works. And this is looks like it was printed in 1886, though I noticed that the forward is 1887, so it's probably came out in 1887. Actually 1888, because that was December, so it's a pretty good guess at the date, though I think comps list it as 1886. But even I figured if this wasn't good as a vintage book in and of itself, I kind of feel like, 1840s poetry probably isn't flying off the shelves. Oh, there's a little, that's fine. There's Mrs. Browning. That it would be good as a pretty book. This is sort of another category I sell. And then, that's the kitty. And one more thing across the room. Okay, so I don't really declose, and I apologize I have to get this stupid wide shot like this, but these dresses were a couple bucks, and I was pretty sure they would sell well. I used to sell a lot of vintage clothes, and I do occasionally buy them and send them to an auctioneer who specializes in vintage, but I'll list these two by myself. I can handle that. Is vintage 60s with a great pattern. The designer is Edward Mesrobian, and he's not super famous, but well respected. You can find a little bit about him online. He's, I think, known for his 60s tech usage of cool textile designs, and I think that this dress is silk, though don't hold me to it. It's very well made. You can see has some nice darts in here, and it has the original self belt, and this has some interesting padding in it in the collar, this kind of technique that people would not bother with today. So it's a quality piece regardless of if people know the name, and I did find a few other pieces by him online. And then this I just couldn't resist. This is like a 70s maxi dress, polyester, and it has cheetahs on it, or are they leopards, and tigers and jungle, and this crazy psychedelic print, and brown trim with buttons go all the way down. I'm gonna sew these on a little better. Some of them are a little loose, no big deal. And it doesn't have a label, but it's says very 70s maxi dress to me, or even robe, but I think it was probably a dress. And it also has a condition issue up here. It looks like somebody sewed a hole and didn't do it super neatly, but I think I can make that look better with a little bit of care. I don't really mind sewing once in a while. So anyway, I just couldn't resist that because, I mean, look at this thing. Oh, I can't show you sideways. It's hard to film on this aspect ratio, and don't mind my bats. Anyway, so I got all those things for $21, and I'll be putting the comps on the side, and I'll tell you what it might potentially add up to. I don't know. It's just fun to buy things at a yard sale once in a while, and they were neighbors who I wanted to meet, so always politic to buy some nice stuff at their yard sale. Hope that was a fun wee romp into my neighbor's yard sale for you, and hope you're well. Thank you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you, and take care.